Why is the obesity rate so low in France in spite of eating food that is rich in calories and butter? And why is the life expectancy quite high in France, even though France is one of the countries that smokes the most? In Western Europe at least. If you're new here, hi, I'm Rhea and I've been living in Paris since 5 years. When I came to Paris, I lost 5 kgs, even though I ate all the croissants and all the pain au chocolat in the boulangeries. Yet, I lost weight. In India, I never really walked in the city. I just took a car or taxis, so I never really walked that much. But I had the biggest cultural change when I came to Paris, and that was its lifestyle. I average around 9,000 steps every single day in Paris, even when I go to work or if I go to school. Most of the metros, they don't really have lifts. They do actually have lifts, but they're really slow, and a lot of them don't really have escalators, so you are forced to take the stairs. So that is already quite a lot of walking every single day. You'll also see a lot of people cycling to work, even some wearing suits and cycling to work, which I always found really amusing, just because it's a really different culture for me. There are special bike lanes for cyclists to use, and most of the time everyone respects these lanes. There are also public cycles that are called Vélib that you can rent for pretty cheap. Secondly, France on average works for 40 hours per week, and this is quite low compared to the rest of the world, especially countries such as US, China or Japan and India. There are also longer vacations, which is at least 5 weeks of paid leave, and this really contributes to a reduced stress and healthier lifestyle. Work-life balance really plays a crucial role in reducing stress and promoting a healthier lifestyle, and this is something French people are really good at. They really allocate their time for their hobbies, for their friends, family, and of course vacation. So I've mentioned this already on the channel that they don't live to work, but they work to live, which is very apparent in their culture. You'll see a lot of bars and restaurants kind of full, even on a weekday, a random Tuesday for example. And this was very surprising for me in the start, because I saw that people were going out, not at home, but out with their friends on weekdays. And they were not just reserving the weekends to have fun and go out with their friends. But from what I learned is that they really try to enjoy each single day, and they don't really want to wait until the weekend to have fun. Of course, this is not all French people. If there are some people who work more than 40 hours a week, I'm sure they are probably going home just to sleep. But this is on average just what I've noticed in the city. On the other hand, what I've noticed is that a lot of French people, they meet their families on Sundays. So Sunday is reserved for family time in a way, which is also quite nice, because social life, community, and spending time with family and friends supports mental health and well-being. Okay, the second thing is what they call the French paradox. What is the French paradox? It's a phenomenon where the French, despite consuming a diet high in rich food like cheese, butter, and wine, have low obesity and heart disease rates. Now, I already mentioned that when I came to Paris, I lost 5 kgs, even though I ate everything that was in the boulangerie because I love sweets. So this was really surprising for me too. The French really focus on bio products. Bio products are organic products which are locally sourced. They also do not contain GMOs. If the bio product is an animal protein, then it's hormone free. They don't use pesticides, fertilizers, or other chemicals on these bio products. And bio products are made from at least 95% of organic materials. Of course, bio products are more expensive than your other products, but the French really focus on this because they believe in quality over quantity. They really promote mindful eating. So you've probably heard, and I've mentioned this on my channel, that if you're invited for a dinner with your French friends, the dinner will last a couple of hours. It's not just going to be a 1 hour dinner, for example. Or even at work, when you're eating with your colleagues, that lunch is going to be 1 hour long. They really believe in mindful eating. Even at work, what I've noticed is that French people will take a 3-course meal. This is at least how I perceive it, because they'll take a starter, main course, a dessert, and sometimes a fruit and yogurt. From where I grew up, I did not eat desserts every single day. It was something for a special occasion. So for a special Sunday, or if I did well in my exams, I would get some special dessert. But French people don't really view food the same way as I do. They really focus on the pleasure of eating rather than guilt. So what I mean by this is, for example, if I eat a dessert today, I would probably feel guilty in an hour of eating it, but that is not how a French person would think. They have a lot more healthy relationship with food, I would say, than at least I do. France is one of the countries in Western Europe with one of the lowest obesity rates. In 2001, the French government introduced a policy called Programme National Nutrition Santé, which translates to National Health Program, and this aimed to improve the overall health by focusing on nutrition, and this targeted schools and universities. Even when you look at what a normal child in France eats in a school, it's a lot healthier than what they serve in the US. So this is really where nutrition plays a factor in obesity rates. Now you might know that France has one of the highest life expectancies in the world, which is 82 years. Of course, this has to do with their diet and the healthcare system. And this really promotes cardiovascular health and reduces chronic diseases. France's universal healthcare system ensures access to preventative care, regular checkups, treatments, which contributes to better overall health. When you come to France, even as an international student, you have free healthcare. So free does not necessarily mean 100% free, of course. If you go visit a doctor, if the doctor's total charge is 30 euros, you would be paying 30 euros upfront, but afterwards the health insurance would reimburse you maybe half of the amount. This really depends from doctor to doctor and what kind of health insurance you have. But this really gives each and every person in France the access to healthcare, which is not very evident in other countries. So the French system really focuses on prevention and accessibility. And this is something that I can make a lot more detailed video on healthcare in France, because there are a lot more nuances about it. So if this is something that interests you, let me know. And that was all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope that this video helps you in some way, either if it's mindful eating or a more active lifestyle, or even having a more work-life balance. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.